Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So this is not going to be long. Hopefully, a few of you join me while I'm live. If not, go ahead and catch this on archive. But just want to speak about this, man. I thought it'd be quicker just to do it like this than edit two different videos. Just want to consolidate both topics into one video. Jay Jerk, what's good, bro? Um, King Strick, what it do, man? So I just seen on boxing scene, man. Higgins from Team Parker, what's good? Retros or die 79 boxing. He comes out and says Onyx was good, man. He says that Joseph Parker is fully healed now. Peter Parker, Joseph Parker. I know the joke's been going around, but he's fully healed now from his spider bite that took place a few weeks ago here. Again, man, we didn't see, or I didn't see any pictures. If you guys seen some pictures of the spider bite or whatever, please link them to me in the comment section of this video when it goes archive. Uh, you know, but he's healed now, man. It's just I'm not buying that story, man. I'm just not buying that he got bit by a spider. I'm just not buying it. All right. Now I understand that his doctor, according to Higgins, through Higgins, Parker's doctor said he needs to shut it down for 3 weeks. Okay. He needs to shut it down for 3 weeks. Okay. But regardless of that story, Parker or Higgins said that that they'll be keeping a close eye on Chisora versus Price. He also said that they're trying to get on the Saudi Arabia card, depending on, and they still want to fight Chisora, depending on if Chisora can get a quick victory in a couple weeks here against David Price. If he knocks Price out in the first couple rounds and he goes unscathed, um, then they're trying to get Chisora on the Saudi Arabia card, the Anthony Joshua Ruiz rematch. All right, and I wouldn't mind that uh, fight on that card. You know what? One thing about Don King, man, you can say a lot about Don, but one thing that Don used to do, especially concerning the heavyweights, he will pack his cards full of heavyweight fights, and I love when promoters do that. That's why I'm kind of slightly disappointed as of right now with the Wilder Ortiz rematch because I'm going to that fight. I already got my tickets. So if any of you guys are there, man, don't be shy to say what's up. You know what I mean? But I like when the cards are packed with other heavyweight fights, especially if the main event is a big heavyweight fight. So hopefully, man, we can get like Gerald Washington versus somebody or something on that Wilder card, man, that Ortiz card. All right, but yeah, man. So Joseph Parker is all good now, and he will be keeping an eye on Chisora versus Price. Hopefully, Hopefully, either one of them can go in there and get a quick victory. Because I think Price would fight on Saudi Arabia against Joseph Parker if the opportunity came about. If he was able to go in there and spark out Chisora, you know what I mean? Either one of them. You know what I mean? I think Chisora make for the more interesting fight because he's a lot more aggressive. I think his chin is a lot more sturdy, and I think it just makes for a better style clash versus somebody like Joseph Parker. All right. But I guess we'll see what happens here in a few weeks, man. But yeah, Joseph Parker's all good to fight now. But if he couldn't get Chisora, there's still some guys out there for Hearn to put him on the Saudi Arabia card. I know Michael Hunter. Now, Hearn did say about 4 weeks ago he was trying to get Povetkin versus Hunter on that Saudi Arabia card. I would like to see that fight. But if that doesn't happen, shit, you can still put Parker in there with Povetkin or Hunter or shit. Isn't Jarrell Miller set to make a comeback here soon? You know what I mean? There's still some notable guys that Hearn can possibly match him with. All right. Now, also on that card, um, and I just seen this on Boxing Scene as well. So shout out to Boxing Scene for these reports. When this goes archive, I will leave a link to both of those articles. You can click them, read them, come to your own surmise. All right. But also, according to Boxing Scene, Philippe Hrgovic, the Croatian sensation, a guy that I've been talking about for 4 years here when he was even an amateur. I said he'll be a world title holder one day. I'm gonna stick by that. I guess but time will tell. But according to reports, he did a article on a Croatian website, and he's talking about. Or we kind of knew about this, but even he stated today that he's going to be fighting Eric Molina. All right, Molina did serve a suspension. A lot of you guys remember him or remember his last fight against Brazil. Um, he served a suspension. Then his last fight was against Nick Guevas, and it went to decision. I thought he would be able to at least stop Nick Guevas. Guevas is a guy I know. I remember last big fight I seen him in was against Jarrell Miller. But Guevas is a smaller heavyweight, been knocked out a few times, been in there with kind of who's who, that type of journeyman. Um, you know what, man? Now, I like this for Hrgovic because he is fighting a person. Look, whenever you're a prospect, in my opinion, it's always good to fight guys that are former title challengers. Hey, maybe if the guy's even a former world title holder, or fight some guys that's been in some title eliminators. These are the type of guys that you're going to fight. All right, you're going to fight the Ariolos and the Eric Molinas and the Mir Mansours, and you're going to fight those type of guys. You know what I mean? The Dominic. Well, I wouldn't put Dominic Brazil in that category yet. Um, but you guys know what I mean. Those journeyman type, Carlos Takam type of guys. You dig what I'm saying? Um, so him fighting Eric Molina is just a good name to have on his resume. Eric Molina, at the very least, has a good left hook still and a good overhand right. What Eric Molina gets in trouble with, man, is when he allows himself to get on the ropes. He'll get on the ropes and he'll start to try to parry and roll and duck and bend with shots, and that's when he gets caught. He tried to do that shit with Anthony Joshua, ended up getting caught. And he actually tried that against Dominic Brazil and he ended up getting caught. All right. To me, he has to just be aggressive in this fight with Hrgovic. Do not go to the ropes and try to pick and parry shots, man. I think you're asking to get stopped early and like that, unless he can return fire. Now, I've seen him do it against Thomas Adamek. I know a lot of you going to say Mr. Boxing, Adamek was old. He was a cruiserweight, so on and so forth. I understand that. But he fought some heavyweight fights, and Adamek was the favorite going to. Shit, I even picked Adamek to beat Molina in that fight. But I did say going into that fight that Molina does have a good left hook and a good right hand, and he caught Adamek and he stopped him. All right. But I see Hrgovic winning this fight. Just think right now he's just all around better fighter, the fresher fighter. His career seems to be going up while Molina seems to be tapering off in his career right now. But heavy hands and he has experience. He knows how to survive in there, and I guess we'll see. But as of right now, I'm picking Hrgovic to win that, possibly, most likely by stoppage. All right. That's all I really wanted to talk about, y'all. It's pretty quick, but let me see. I see y'all join the building, man. So I'm gonna show y'all some love, see what's going on, see some familiar faces. So let me see here. Tony Boswell says, salute Mr. Boxing the Mods. The Celtic says, big up, man. Unfortunately, I have to go to sleep, but I will have to catch up after work tomorrow, no doubt, man. Rory Tabora says, good to see Hrgovic moving along. I agree. Jay Jerk says, eight-legged freaks. Boxing conversation with Reg Owens was good, bro. He says, salute my peoples. Tony Boswell says, salute. Boxing conversation with Reg Owens. Tyrone Smith, if Price boxes like he did against Allen, I have him winning that fight against Chisora. Ooh. But you know what? Well, okay, I can see that, Tyrone, but I just think the style's a bit different though, bro. Because Dave Allen will try to. Sometimes he'll get in his the defensive posture where he'll roll and bend with shots, but he won't throw back sometimes. Whereas Chisora, he'll put the high guard up and take some, but he's going to come back swinging though. You know what I mean? He's going to come back swinging. He's going to force. He's going to get Price into a continuity of trading. And I think once they start doing that, and Price can hit hard, there's one thing that's left, like just like with Eric Molina, but there's especially with Price though, there's one thing that's left is his big right hand, and he throws a nice uppercut. Expect to see some uppercuts in this fight because the opportunity will be there for Price to land some uppercuts on Chisora, and maybe he can wipe his nose and finish the uppercut with the left hook. You know what I mean? That right uppercut left hook combination. Um, if he applies it right, man, it should work wonders for him. But he leaves that chin up in the air, and he's a tall fighter. He's a tall guy. I see him getting clipped, man. But Price can switch it up. Like I seen the fight against Kamil Sokolowski, and Price looked like a watered down version of Tyson Fury in that one. What do you mean, Mr. Boxing? He was moving around using his jab. It looked kind of funny watching Price fight out of that style, but he has the ability to do it. But even in that fight, I thought Camille was doing a good job of cutting the ring off on him, and I thought Sokolowski beat Price in that fight. To be honest with you, but you know what, man? I picked against Price in his last fight against, was it Cash Ali? I thought Cash Ali would eventually catch him. And that fight was a disaster, man. Ali ended up biting the dude. I'm going to have to jump off here in a minute, y'all. Get some phone calls. But Ali ended up biting the dude and everything, man. Kenneth Abbott was good. Tyrone Smith says, I think Hunter KO's Povetkin. Ooh, that's interesting. That's an interesting fight. I think he beats him. Mike Wilkins, what's the deal? Hey, I'm getting some. Oh, NBT boxing. What's good, bro? I ain't seen in a minute. Denise Wards. Let me give Denise Wards a wrench. What's going on here? Lamont, what's good, bro? Ron Burgundy was good. He says, is Big Baby a gatekeeper or journeyman? He's neither. You get, to me, for that to happen, you got to start losing fights. Once he starts losing fights to other contenders, multiple fights in a row, and he starts losing to other contenders, and then he starts losing to up and coming prospects, then that's when I think you fall into that category. But he's still undefeated, bro. So, um, yeah, to me, he's still undefeated. We're really not sure what Jarrell Miller is at the moment. He's an undefeated contender as of right now. Is he at the elite of the elite? Some of you may say nope, but to me, I want to see him fight those other guys. Then I can decipher. Hold on, y'all. Let me send this text message to my daughter. All right, there you go. All right, then then I can decipher where he is. You know what I mean? But styles make fights, man. So Mr. Shelton says, salute. DJ Zion Love was good. Mala2243 says, okay, he's talking to Tyrone. Mike Wilkins. He says, hope Parker gets well soon. Hey man, according to his to Higgins, he's A-okay. He has healed. You know what I mean? Hey, do y'all believe that story, man? The whole spider bite thing? Lamont says journeymen get all the big fights. Yes, they do, man. There's some journeymans that get 17 big fights in a row. They fighting contenders, up and coming prospects. You know what I mean? That's one thing as a journeyman. Uh, you don't have to go looking for a tough scrap because they're always going to call you up for a showcase. You know what I mean? But you got to learn how to or try to upset the apple cart, man. Mike Wilkins says I like Hrgovic, and that one got him by stoppage. Unbiased heavyweight rankings and news says I got priced by points similar to Dave Allen win. Okay, so a lot of you picking price to beat Chisora. And it's not like Chisora is like unbeatable. I just think the style matchup favors Chisora, based on Price's chin and him leaving it straight up and him getting into a continuity of trading with you. But he does have power and he can sneak and place some hard shots in there. But it's interesting. I see a few people got Price winning this fight, man. Hmm. Mike Wilkins says, "What you think of Fury WWE run?" I look at it like two ways. Okay, yes, I understand the history of boxers going into wrestling. You know, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, and they all have done it in different times and for different reasons in their career. So I understand that. I was conversing with somebody about this, and they're like, "Why are you being hard on Tyson Fury? Mike Tyson did it." But it's like, yeah, I know who's done it before. But the thing about Tyson Fury is, okay, that's fine. You're making your WWE run. Floyd Mayweather did it too. They had him fucking fight the Big Show. That was so ridiculous. The Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather. Come on, man. But anyways, right now is not the time I want to see Tyson Fury against Braun Strowman or whatever the fuck this dude's name is. I don't want to see you against Braun Strowman, and I don't want to see you cherry picking uh, untested prospects. What do you mean, Mr. Boxing? Otto Wallen was an untested prospect level fighter. He was fighting guys like Nick Kisner, and his biggest fight, in my opinion, was maybe the Adrian Granat fight. You know what I mean? The fight before that, Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz was a undefeated prospect level German prospect, man. I've been following Tom Schwartz for about 5 years. I know exactly who he is. You know what I mean? But Mr. Boxing, they were highly rated by the WBO. Come on, man. Like, come on, y'all. Like, yes, but do you think Tom Schwartz was the number 4 rated heavyweight in the world? No, 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 no. Nobody thinks that. So fuck that rating. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Tyson Fury against prospects. Even though Wallen came out and did his thing, congrats to Wallen. I underestimated him, so congrats to Otto Wallen. You dig what I'm saying? With that said, though, that was just a fight made tougher out of nowhere, thanks to Wallen. But I don't want to see prospects and then you fighting WWE stars. I don't want to see that. Not right now. But hey, man, to each his own. Go ahead and go on your WWE run. Like I said, many fighters have done it before. You're not the first. You won't be the last. You dig what I'm saying? But this is not what I want to see. I want to see you fighting top contenders. Fuck shit. Fight Jarrell Miller or something. Or did they find Dillian White's other sample? Did they put Elliot Ness on the case? And did they put Inspector Gadget on the case? And find that shit. Fight Dillian. Just fight somebody, man. But I don't want to see Braun Strowman. Like, nah. That's not it. King Louis 2 boxing was good, bro. P Money was good. Mahari Sports Podcast, what's good? Let me see here. Do that for you. Body Snatcher Returns, what's good, Vince? Denise Ward says, thank you, love the channel. I appreciate that. Mahari's Nation Sports Podcast says Alexander Usyk stands no chance with anyone in the heavyweight division. I disagree with that, bro. I really disagree with that. Again, and I have to preference this by saying this because I'm not just one of these dudes. And it doesn't matter if you have just figured out who Usyk was, but I've been talking about Usyk since 2015. I actually made a video December 2015 when he was at Cruiser saying that one day this dude's going to move up to heavyweight and make some noise. Okay. Do I think he's the creme de la creme of the division? No. Do I think he can beat Wilder? No. Do I think he can beat Fury? No. Are there some guys that I would give him a good chance against, like Parker? Yeah. Dillian White? Yeah. Chisora? Yeah. There's some guys I would give him a good chance to beat. Do I think his movement, his legs will give people problems? Yeah. Do I think his punching in four, fives, and sixes will give people problems? Yeah, because a lot of these guys like to throw in ones and twos. Do I think his head movement will give people problems? Yeah. Do I think he's gonna go in there and steamroll guys? No. Do I? I mean, we can go. So I think he's a good name to add to the division. He was an undisputed champion at the weight class below at cruiserweight. So he should make for some entertaining fights. But I want to say he doesn't stand a chance against anybody. You know what I mean? But I don't see him just running through these guys at heavyweight. And I'm not liking this narrative that's being painted, man, by some fans. You know what I mean? And even Eddie Hearn to a degree. When Eddie Hearn was saying, if Ruiz was to win the fight and he had to vacate the or he had to pick between Pulev and Usyk, as if Ruiz would just automatically pick Pulev because nobody wants no part of Usyk. Come on, man. Like, let's just enjoy Usyk, man. Let's not put too much sauce on this, man. Like, we like the guy, but let's not act like nobody's gonna run from Oleksandr Usyk. Nobody's gonna run from him. Okay, nobody's gonna be intimidated to fight him. Um, and what's gonna happen when he really starts to get pressured and gets hit? You know what I mean? I guess we will see, but yeah, man, let's not paint no crazy narratives about Usyk. The dude's a good fighter. He's a world class fighter, and let's just see what happens. But nobody's going to be scared of him. And for Eddie Hearn in his situation, this would make sense because he was bringing it up if AJ Ruiz, if the winner, whoever wins that fight, that they'll will want to go with Pulev. Well, and Hearn is playing little games, man, and it's smart for It's smart for him because what he's doing is Hearn. Look, if AJ is to win the fight, he would let AJ probably vacate that WBO to have Usyk fight. And I think the next highest rated available guys in WBO, I think it's Tyson Fury, Parker, Spong, and Fa. And I think Komnowski is in there too. But let's say he had Usyk fight. I'm just going to pick one of the guys. Let's say it was Komnowski. Of course, he will want that to take place. So then if Usyk can win that fight, and AJ beats Ruiz, then you can keep those titles in house. No matter who has them, as long as they're in house, Hearn is good. As a promoter, that's the type of shit Don King used to do. So it's not nothing new. You know what I mean? Keep them titles in house. So for him, yeah, vacate the WBO. Hopefully WBO can match Usyk against somebody in there that he can, if he beats him, keep those titles in house. You know what I mean? But shit, if you were to pit Usyk versus Pulev, I'm not sure who would win that fight. So I'm not sure anybody would just by far pick Pulev over Usyk to fight. AD was good, man. He says, "Sub Mr. Boxer today too. Hrgovic stops Molina and Chisora. Price is a close fight. I got Chisora late rounds or Price early rounds." Let me see here. P Money says, "No way I believe that shit." You talking about Peter Parker? I mean Joseph Parker. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here, man. I appreciate y'all showing up. I'm gonna have to catch y'all's comments on archives, man. Rolling Stone TV says, "Bro, I work with your brother Greg." Oh, that's what's up, man. You know my little bro. That's what's up. I was not expecting to read that comment. BFTB says the heavyweight boxing god was good. BFTB. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump up off here, man. Yeah, P Money. He had no damn spider bite, man. It has something to do with money, like it usually always does. Has something to do with money. in my opinion, right? Because he allegedly got bit by a spider, but now all of a sudden he's ready to go. He's a okay. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all showing up, man. I'm gone.